Right, hello beautiful people. So, as some of you might know, I work as a props maker in the City Theatre of Iceland. And now the theatre is putting up Moulin Rouge. And in the set design is a really big moon swing, basically. My job was to make that moon. I'm going to show you guys how I did it. I started off by just drawing the moon on a paper. Could draw it on the wood before I got started sawing. So the wood was basically a base for me to build up on because the moon had to be in 3D, of course. And I didn't have big enough wood, so I had to glue some of it together and then make all the edges not sharp. And then it was time to make it 3D. Here you can see how big it is. And what I'm not showing you is I actually had to make this twice, which is always fun because I didn't have the right measurement with the first one, but it's okay. It happens in theater. And of course, because the actors have to be able to sit on it without slamming their feet in the moon, I had to make a little seat, basically. And here you can see me doing that. Look at me go. I'm such a handy woman. And that's all finished there. And then it was time to make it 3D. I used this foam plastic, I don't know what it's called in English, throughout the face, and then it was time to cut that also out. I used really much of this plastic, a lot, and I had to measure everything out to make it exactly how I wanted it. And then I used this glue called uretan. It's so good because it's like a foam, so yeah, you can see the texture. It's like clouds, and then I can also cut that out once it has dried, which is really nice, and it has the same texture as the foam plastic thing. I had to make it all really smooth and also cut out the facial features. Then I had to use this yellow thing. I don't know what it's called in English, but it's called dúkurinn in Icelandic, and that will make it really, really smooth, take all the holes and stuff like that. And then it was time to paint. Here you can see the picture I got sent. So I really had to blend this blue because we didn't have that same color, and I also wanted contrast, so I made some different shades, but I started off just by painting it white so it wouldn't have yellow undertones. There you can see me painting it, and then it was pretty much finished. But like I said, I work in a theater, so there's always something that has to be done again. That's exactly what happened. I had to make the edges more smooth, so I had to paint it all over again. So I have finished painting the moon all over again. I made it a little bit more dull blue, and now I have to do the contrasts in the face. I kinda like this color more than the color I was working with before, so it's good. So basically the whole process I showed you before, it had to be done again, but it looked very nice. It's glitter time, and I'm so afraid it will ruin the whole thing. Of course, it had to be covered in glitter because it had to be shiny, which was very fun. I love glitter, so this is really fun. And look how pretty it looked. To give it this extra sparkliness, I had to add sequins, which took a really long time because I had to put one at a time. But guys, look how pretty it looks. Yeah, and What I'm not showing you is like 1/4 of the moon was cut off by an accident, so I had to make that part all over again. But that's theater, and it's alright. It's beautiful now again. I can't show you anything from this show. You just have to buy a ticket to be able to see it in action. But here I am, sitting in it, and here is a picture. So yeah, thank you for watching. Love you.